Merina. I do mobile home living in the hills of East Tennessee, and we are on our way to make this double wide mobile home our mobile mansion 2.0, one step at a time. I say 2.0 because if you're new here, we did a mobile mansion in a trailer park not too long ago, and that trailer ended up being my dream home. Due to some circumstances with my little old nanny, we are now here in this double wide though, closer to nanny and on a lot bigger of a lot than a little rectangle in a trailer park. I got some chickens, I got 5 dogs. Did my regulars catch that? I got 5 dogs. The comments are gonna be lit. I'm gonna have a lot of questions to answer in the comments. But if I had to move anywhere from my dream home in the trailer park, it would be my dream home on this land. I am blessed in the city, blessed in the fields. I have no intentions on ever living in a mansion. This is my mansion on this side of heaven, and I am ecstatic about that. Matter of fact, me and Jesus have had a little convo about my double wide on the inside outskirts of heaven, because I want to be inside the gates, you know. I don't want to be outside the gates, but I want to be inside the gates. So we're in the talks about a double wide right on the smack dab inside skirts of heaven. I've lived in a mobile home my whole life. I was raised in a mobile home, and I am on a mission here on YouTube, on this platform, in my little bitty corner of the internet, to change people's minds about trailers and mobile homes and double wides, because it's my preference to live in one. It is my choice to live in one. I could run laps with the Joneses, but I don't want to do that. Capital One and MasterCard laps, not cash in hand laps. I want to be here, and I want to be out there buried in that backyard. Y'all make sure Shane knows that. That's up to y'all to make sure he knows that. You gotta remind him. We've already redone the back deck here. That was like the first thing that we did when moving in here out of necessity. We've got the hardwood floors in here, but we haven't really made any strides yet within the trailer. But now it's the beginning of 2024, and now I have a daggone pep in my step. Now I'm gonna be busting out the mobile home update videos like crazy, because I want to get this thing completely renovated face surface in 2024. Now don't get twisted. Most of my ideas and dreams, it would take a decade to do or to get done. But as far as like the main just living area and the surface level of the inside of this double wide, I want to get a majority of that done in 2024. And if we're gonna get that done, I'm gonna need to shut up. Let's get on it, doggone it. Did I tell y'all that Nanny is wanting my vent covers right here? You know the fancy vent covers that I got at Lowe's? I've had a whole envelope going for vent covers. She saw them and she wants them, so I'm thinking about, because I thought about going back to the black, because I like them, they're pretty, but black vent covers, they just get my attention. If I do that, then I'm gifting these to Nanny. After I Clorox them, because I got dogs in the house and Nanny will have fit. I got a random Mary Poppins paint thing full of stuff, because I'm looking for a thing and I can't find it, so I need to go through this and see. I don't even know what this is. It looks like a back massager. I'm just looking for the drill. Can somebody help me find a drill? I don't know what kind of head I need. Let's see. We're gonna have to get a good look at the hinges to see what kind of head I need. Shane's not home, or obviously this will be his job for good reason. Wait, does that look like an X to y'all? Does that look like an X to y'all? Shane's not here, so it's up to me. The whole foundation of this makeover is up to me. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that's not. Oh, wait. I think I'm supposed to hit this button to reverse it. Flip it and reverse it. And it's not going to plant yet. Look who's learning things, man. I'm going to leave all the screws in here so I don't lose them. It's not going to plant yet. Try my best not to strip them. I know Shane will have something to say about that. Help. It's not going to plant yet. That's my lucky phrase today. Look. I need to figure out whether this is worth taking off or not. Is that worth taking off? Am I going to do this 100% or 99.9? We're going to do it 100. I'm taking it off. Like I said, I'm leaving all this in here in each cabinet so that I don't lose those. Now this, all that just fell down in there. This I don't have to worry about. I can just pull it out and paint around it. There's no hinges or anything I need to worry about there. And I'm not gonna paint the inside of the cabinet. I'm just gonna paint this part right here just to make it look nice and finished. Like the frame, the front facing of it, and then the cabinet doors, obviously. Good thing is I don't have to paint the sides. That saves some paint because they're gonna be hidden, because they're gonna be tucked back in there. If you're thinking, wow, Merina's such a great designer and I want to know what colors she's using. For my cabinets, I'm using Oyster Bay by Sherwin-Williams. And I like to use this cashmere kind because it's expensive. But I'll tell you right now, from painting a crap ton in the last 2 years, Place can't hold a candle to Sherwin-Williams. It's thick, it's creamy, it's everything it needs to be in order to cover a wall efficiently. Sherwin-Williams is where it's at. And I just prefer to get this cashmere. It's like a genre of the Sherwin-Williams paint. It's cashmere. It's really easy to work with. It is thick though, so it feels like you don't get a whole lot in the pan, but it doesn't take a whole lot to cover an area with this stuff. So my cabinets are in Oyster Bay by Sherwin-Williams. All of my wood is special walnut with white gel Minwax stain over top of it. My floors are English Grove Oak by Style Selections. And the white paint on my walls is Pure White, I believe, by Sherwin-Williams. We are not sponsored by Sherwin-Williams either. We just really like their stuff. I get these from Lowe's. They're these little mini rollers that come with their own little mini pans, and they are the best when you're either trying to coat a really big surface with polyacrylic, or when you're doing things like cabinets, built-ins, things like that. This is the best thing to use on those things. It's a multi-surface roller, so it don't give you any funky marks. They have different brands. I usually just get the cheapest. Now I chose this Oyster Bay color because my floors are warmer than I like. I think I've mentioned that in every video since putting down the floors. I love the floors. It's because I don't have the right lighting. I have the old school, not YouTuber lighting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTubers usually have a special lighting. They usually go with daylight light bulbs to make the image come across better on camera. Does it kind of make it feel like a hospital inside the house? Yeah, kind of makes it feel like a morgue or a hospital. But the image is much clearer through the camera than if I'm using warm lights like what's in here right now. So the warm lights are playing off of the floor, but once I get the cool lights up, I'm not doing the cool LED daylight ones. I'm just doing cool white. It's if warm lighting and daylight lighting had a baby. It's the best of both worlds. I much prefer that to the blue tone of the morgue or the hospital. Changing out my lights are gonna make a huge difference when it comes to my floor, but in general, my floor is just a warmer tone. So in order to combat that with my accent colors, I'm going with something that's a cooler neutral tone. It's in the gray family, but it also has green and blue undertones. So it's gonna give us a little subtle pop of color, but not so much that it's gonna make the ADHD have a breakdown. I'm also using satin or eggshell finish. So they're easily cleanable, but it's not like high gloss or anything. I got these ready to finish cabinets from Lowe's, and they're pretty affordable if you're in the market for cabinets. They're one of the more affordable cabinets that I found, and you can paint them or do whatever. So I got these because I knew I was going to paint them, and the coating on the white cabinets at Lowe's and the other cabinets at Lowe's, it's very slick and paint doesn't adhere to it very well. So with these being ready to finish, it was pretty darn easy to paint these. Another thing though that played a huge part in me purchasing these was the fact that it had a drawer. So I knew I wanted cabinets obviously on either side of the fireplace, but I specifically wanted cabinets with a drawer. I wanted that so that I could keep the remotes and electronics and things up there. However, I don't know what I'm going to keep in the bottom of these cabinets. In my old single wide in the cabinets in the living room, I had the homeschool stuff. It was the homeschool storage area because I didn't have any other place for the homeschool stuff. Now I have place. I have a specific area I'm going to be keeping the homeschooling stuff in its own little homeschooling area. So I never thought I'd have this problem. I don't know what I'm going to store in these things. I asked y'all over on Instagram and you guys gave me some really good ideas. So if you don't have an Instagram, let me know down in the comments what you would store and what do you store in your living room storage? I don't know. Everybody's saying board games and stuff. I have a place for the board games, but I could probably do away with that and store the board games and stuff in these cabinets. I could do that. I might very well do that. Somebody else also suggested that I keep the important documents and stuff like that in areas close to the door, so if we need to get out in a hurry or something, I can grab those. And that's something I've never thought about, and that's very, very smart. That way they're right there ready to go in case of an emergency. That's something I've never thought to do. I'm doing a double coat with this stuff. Now this stuff is good enough, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not kidding. It is good enough to get away with one coat of paint. I am not kidding. But I'm doing 2 coats just for the sake of of it. Also, you don't have to use primer with this stuff. You can if you want to, but I don't want to. It's kind of like a paint primer duo, so primer isn't necessary, but if it makes you feel better, then do it. For me, it does not make me feel better. It makes me dread it, so I don't do it.
Bring it on, prove me wrong. Go put up a fight. The way I do will knock you down. You know there's emotion between us. Don't go cry about it. Don't go cry about it. You want me to take you in my trust. Oh no, you know that ain't the way. Oh no, there's nothing new in this game. You got to give it up, give it up. Give it up, give it up.
I am sweating because we're about to start the weekend. I'm going ahead and get a jump start on this because we're going to do this all weekend. And after the weekend, there's a huge supposedly a huge snow system coming in. So I thought maybe we could do this throughout the weekend, and then if we have snow days, we could do it during those snow days. That kind of sounds fun to me. But that being said, it's freezing outside and burn up in here because I have the heat on for everybody else because everybody else isn't as well insulated as yours truly. So I'm sweating. But I'm gonna let this paint dry for a couple of hours. It's dry to the touch within an hour, it says, and then you can do a second coat within 4 hours. But as long as everything's dry and it doesn't look like it would smudge around if I roll it or anything, I usually do a second coat within 2 to 3 hours. I've never done that with Sherwin-Williams, so I don't know how well it will react, but Place does fine that way. So I'll give it a little bit, let this dry, and then I'm gonna come back and do a second coat, and then probably a third. It's a snow day. We've been outside all morning playing in the snow. Here's some little clips. Go, it's your first snow! It's your first snow! Get it, Blue! It's your first snow, baby. You like the snow? The baby's first snow. Really? Y'all ready to see the fifth dog, the majestic one? Rocky, that majestic baby. That's a pretty boy. That's a, you like the snow? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Right now, we're working on these. I was gonna do a diamond shape because that's the look I've been wanting to go for. A diamond on the front of this, just for like molding and trim, decorative purposes. But the diamond, I think, might be too thick for my liking. I like to narrow diamonds. Either I'm gonna have a random narrow diamond, which I don't think that would be a good look, or I'm just gonna do the standard farmhouse X's with this trim right here and then just nail it and caulk it on there. I don't think that trim's gonna look good on there either as an X, so I'm gonna have to put a pause on that because I don't have anything else and we're completely snowed in. I'm gonna have to put a pause on the decorative things on the front of the cabinets and just work on getting the cabinets in and set up and placed in.
Where's my Nintendo Switch?
Your Nintendo Switch? I don't know, baby. Is it in your room? Work on getting the cabinets set and placed on either side of the fireplace. Questions pretty frequently about where we get this brick stuff, the whereabouts we get it. We get it from Lowe's. It's faux brick. It's very thin. It's like flimsy. It's not, you know, very thin. It's not really thick or really heavy duty. A lot of times the corners will look like this too, like it chips off. They're about $40 to $50 and they're 48 inches wide. And how long tall, Shane?
8 foot.
They're about 8 foot tall. To be honest with you, I would not, if I could do it over, I would do the faux brick the way that I used to do the faux brick with the tape and the joint compound and the acrylic paint. It's cheaper, it's easier, and also if you're asking me, like I prefer that look to this. I don't like this look with the brick as much as I like the old homemade brick that I did with Scotch tape in the single wide. But again, if I had to do it over again, I would definitely do the first way versus this way. We did get 10% off this one though for a whole corner missing, so that's cool. So while planning out this den / second living room makeover, I sat down and I listed out things that I wanted to see in this living room and then things that I wanted to accomplish in this living room. So on the side where I listed out things I wanted to see, it was like pieces of furniture that I've really liked or I've had my eye on. And then on the opposite side, it was why I wanted things a certain way. So I chose to go with the brick as my textured piece in the whole house. I try to go with one textured piece throughout the entirety of my home because I don't like a lot of mix and match textures. It just isn't one of my things. You know, it looks really good in other people's homes, but in mine, for some reason, I feel refreshed. I feel calm. I feel a sense of peace whenever I see very consistent themes in my home. So one-toned woods throughout the entire house, one textured thing throughout the entire house, the same color scheme throughout the main living area. Things like that bring me a sense of peace for some reason, and I don't know if it's just where my mind is constantly going with the ADHD. Like, I have severe medically diagnosed ADHD, and my mind never shuts up. Even when I'm asleep, my dreams are wild. My dreams are off the chain. But on that list was this brick, and it was because A, I could whitewash it and it would brighten up the area, and B, it would remind me of the old house. I didn't want to copy everything from the old house, but I did want to incorporate the old house here because that house made me. I will never look back at that trailer and that trailer park and feel anything but straight up fondness for that trailer. That trailer is where the YouTube journey started. That trailer was the home that I came home to and when my life was changed. That trailer played so many pivotal moments in my life, and I want to sort of remember it by putting some of those themes into my home. So this home's not going to be a grayscale home like that trailer was. It's going to be very, very bright, very white. That's the theme I want. I want this place to look big, and in order to do that, I have to use light colors. But it is going to carry some of the traits that the old trailer had because I like them. But I also want to make this its own trailer, and I want to try something different. So I'm just going to add little sparkles of the old trailer in this new one. So I got half of this done. That's where the cabinets are going to be. Got half of it done. I'm going to finish it off. And while I'm finishing this off, Shane's going to work on painting these back walls back here white to match this wall, because we still got to do a few more coats on this wall. You can see that line right there. We've only done 1 or 2 coats. I can't remember. 1 or 2 coats on here. We still got to do several more. But we've also got to do several on the back here. A backdrop for my shelves and my cabinets is going to be the white wall to coincide with this wall and the other walls in the room. So I'm working on finishing up this. Shane's going to work on that.
That I just need to feel loving. You saved me from the broken house that I built. You took me in with open arms, and I still want you back, want you back. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but they've never known what it's like to be in love and 20 years old. We kiss in the rain till we catch a cold. Some say that love don't hurt, but I want you back, 'cause I've got you stuck in my memory. I got you stuck in my memory. It's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep without you. And every wall is getting close, and I don't know what to do. Can't you save my soul? Can't you save my soul? Can't you mend my heart? Can't you mend my heart? I want you back, want you back. Yeah, I want you back, want you back. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but they've never known what it's like to be in love and 20 years old. We kiss in the rain till we catch a cold. Some say that love don't hurt, but I want you back, 'cause I've got you stuck in my memory. This is the call that you've been waiting for. This is the call that you've been. This is the call that you've been waiting for. This is the call that you've been. One, two, three. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but they've never known what it's like to be
while he's working on the shim pieces, I'm gonna be washing down this brick. What I'm doing is I'm just wetting it because this is not sealed yet. It's just a joint compound. Once I wet it, I can wash away and get sort of a washed out look that I like, because I like a majority of the brick to be showing through and it not be so whitewashed. I like the brick to be more clearer than covered up. So I usually just wet something. I use baby wipes sometimes. Sometimes I just use the butt wipes. Regardless, I get something wet and I wash it until I get it how I like it, and then I seal it with matte polyacrylic. I choose matte because it's not super glossy, because bricks aren't normally glossy, but it's still sealed enough to where I can wash it if I need to. It's sealed just without the shine. So I've used butt wipes, I've used wet paper towels, wash rags, tail rags, all the things. I've yet to use a mop. So we're gonna be using a mop this go around.
Cause I got you stuck in my memory. I got you stuck in my memory. I got you stuck in my memory.
Shane kept walking around the whole daggone time with his band-aids all over his face and these tissues stuck up his nose. His allergies were going haywire and he got scratches and he just thought it was the end of the world. He came out of the bathroom from alcohol in it and he had band-aids all over him, and I was like, what are you doing? The kids ran in here and were freaking out because they were like, it looks like the old house. We brought the TV and put it up in here. But I'll explain why I have the TV in here. Do you like the TV in here, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Do you like the TV in there, yes or no?
No, I don't.
We did it! We can be approved! Alright, tell them what you're doing, Shane.
I'm making a mantle. But today's mantle is probably the easiest boxed thing I have ever made, because I don't have to cut anything but the sides and the 2x4s it's hanging on.
So what we do when we do these, we've had this in the old trailer and we've done a bunch of these shelves wise. We always have like a 2x4 or something to connect it to that's connected to the wall. And then we build a box outside of that. So right now Shane's building the top of the box, the front of the box, and the bottom of the box. We'll have to go in and put the sides on it, but this box will just attach to the 2x4 that's attached to the wall.
Basically it'll hang on top of it, and then I'll pop some screws in it just to lock it down. And she's on there like
dog hair.
On there like dog hair.
This is going to be the same color as our beams. It's going to be the special walnut with the white gel stain whitewash. And this is going to look a little bit different than mantles that usually go with the smaller fireplaces. So I had the 6-foot mantle in the old trailer because my fireplace was an electric fireplace and it was longer. This one is an actual fireplace, but it's not as long. I'm still gonna go with the 6-foot mantle though, because it looks good against the TV, and because I just like a bigger mantle. They're funner to decorate. They're more fun to decorate in the winter for Christmas and stuff. So I like the big old chunky mantles. We like chunky around here. Whitewood is the cheap wood, correct?
Yeah. It's good wood.
But it's the cheapest you can get at Lowe's.
It's not mahogany.
It's not. I don't like the way that whitewood stains. It gives the stain a very muted look. In our case right now, with the color we're going throughout the house with now, it doesn't matter. But if we were using Jacobian or ebony or something, it would be a pain in the butt to stain. I don't remember what our last mantle was in. I don't think it was whitewood.
I'm putting pilot holes in, and I always go, the drill bit that I go with, I always go like a little size smaller than the screw. That way the screw can still go in there and dig in there and grab.
Nothing.
Yeah! Can't feel my finger. I shouldn't have to.
Don't pull me.
Oh, I shouldn't have to.
You're not pulling me.
Where are you? You need to step up.
Where are you?
I'm so sorry. I cannot dream. I cannot sleep tonight. The webs from all the spiders catching things and eating their insides. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Miss you. Very good.
Where are you?
And I'm so sorry. sorry.
By the way, these are 1 by 8 by 6s.
Took her out. It was a Friday night. Walk alone to get the feeling right.
You know what is funny? He doesn't say I walk alone. He says I work alone to get the feeling right.
Oh.
I work alone to get the feeling right. And then I turn on the TV. And that's about the time. Heck, it's ADD. My friends say after that, my age. What's my age again?
What's my age again?
Later on
the drive home,
I called her mom
from a payphone.
That's you.
Shane's making a T-like hanging system out of 2x2, so he's shaping it in like the shape of a T, and then he's hanging the shadow box mantle and the shadow box shelves beside the mantle on them. He's not just letting it hang freely though. He's attaching them from the top up, so he's screwing through the mantle and through the box shelving itself into those T-like braces to secure it to it so it won't go falling off and just randomly, like one day we're sitting there watching TV and then boom, it falls off. So he secures it to the T shapes, but he secures the T shapes to an actual stud in the wall. I told you guys I'd explain to you why I brought the TV in here. So I brought the TV in here because it didn't look right on either wall in the other living room, and the other living room is much smaller. So it just made sense to have this second living room as the main living room, and then I'm going to do like a cozy mini living room in the other one. I'm going to do like really comfy, cozy furniture and just like bookshelves, somewhere you go to sit and relax. And then the living room that I'm working on right here will be the living room that we spend time in, play board games in, you know, watch TV, play video games, whatever in. That's what I decided to do, just because this space was a lot bigger than the other space and it didn't look right. The TV didn't look right on either wall. Like I tried it on all the walls, all adjacent walls and everything, and it did not look right. So it looks much better over the fireplace. I prefer the TV over the fireplace anyway. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'd washed off the mantle here, or it's hearth. That's it. I call it a hearth, but Shane always corrects me and says it's a hearth. I'm washed off the hearth here, and then I'm going in with joint compound because I'm out of money in the envelope. There is nothing left in the budget to get anything for this hearth, and that's something I was worried about because I was like, oh snap, what am I going to do? Like, this hearth looks horrible. Well, I had some extra joint compound laying around, and I thought for temporarily I could just put some joint compound over there, kind of make it look like a slabstone hearth, and then I'll paint around the edges and I'll paint the top so it looks like a painted slabstone hearth. And that will just have to do until I can get enough money in a new envelope for the hearth specifically. Since it's just a hearth, it won't take me long to save for that at all, but I do not go over budget at all for any of my makeovers, so it's just going to have to do. Y'all remember the gold thing that was there? The outdated gold thing? I just painted it black. It needs like a couple more coats, but I'm loving the matte black of it. I much prefer that to the gold.
Mama, I love you.
Shane was able to literally make a little hole to thread the cords in from the TV and the fireplace insert. How cool and innovative. He's so smart.
It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream.
So this dog-eating grin here is because I was right and Reno was wrong. Come on, admit it.
You ain't getting nothing.
Admit it. You admit it because you know it. So at the bottom of these cabinets, we had like these little gaps that I had to fill. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, and I only got so much wood that is going to other things, so I have to be careful on what I use. So I had the idea of filling in the two sides of the gaps and making it look like, almost like the cabinet almost has like these like pillars or something next to it. And I'll show you guys. You can see like it kind of looks like it's got these like built-in pillars or something, so. Shane 1, Rena 0.
So this was a steal. We found these at Lowe's for $25 a pop, and they're fairly large. They're also super thick too. They're like, I'd say what, 2.5, 3 inches, I'd say. That is gonna be our countertops for the built-in.
In my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels. I'm not pretending, I'm more like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. It's trouble in your mind how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I'm not pretending, I'm more like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. Don't be such a stranger, tell me how you're feeling. You know I don't have to live inside your frames, boy. It's such a funny way to tell me what you search in life. Well, I'm a mad woman, sorry I don't compromise. Mad woman, mad woman. Keep calling me a mad woman. Boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
I am not using paper towels here. I don't want you guys to mistaken what I'm using for paper towels and then go out and try to paper towels on this, because paper towels are not lint free and you will have little fuzzies all over your project. Ask me how I know. These are white, like, multi-purpose rags that I get from Lowe's in a box. It comes for with 200, I think, and they work so well for everything, for cleanup, for staining, like the paint and wipe staining, all sorts of things, caulking, all of it. They work so well for it. So that's what I'm using. I didn't want anybody to think I was using, you know, Bounty or Quicker Picker Upper or whatever, and then y'all go out and buy it, and then your project ends up looking like, you know, furry.
You found me when I couldn't see the surface, and you pulled me, yeah, you pulled me to the shore. You held me.
I'm trying to figure out why this is so much lighter than the beams. I did everything the same. I don't know why that's lighter. I have no idea, but I can't have it like this. I love this color if it didn't have the orange. That's the only thing. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to whitewash it, but not as heavy, to see if I like that better. And if I do, then I'll just restain the mantle and re-whitewash it. I really love the way that this looks. I just don't like that orange tone.
When this world's still making sense to me, I can't sleep, not in this bed if you aren't in and out. No, I can't breathe, it's killing me. No, you won't be around. Everything, you meant everything, I won't lose you now. 'Cause I just can't imagine what it'd be like trying to laugh when you were the one who gave me the chance to try to get by, knowing inside I still miss you. say I'm alright, but every night I still need you. I want you back to me. 있을 때 잘할걸 Can we not tonight 내 맘을 알아줘 Cause we fight and you say you hate me That you don't believe when I'm sorry 난 같이 너와 나 Is this the end? Cause I can't sleep Not in this bed 너 없이 허전해 난 못 참아 It's killing me 너무 보기 싶어서 Everything you made everything to me Cause I just can't imagine what it'd be like Trying to laugh when you were the one who gave me the chance to try to get by, knowing inside I still miss you To say I'm alright, but every night I stare at the wall, losing my mind And try to pretend I don't want you back to me
So I like my white wood to look almost like raw wood you would just get from Lowe's. So because of that, I'm using my oil base, I think it is, Minwax stain, and I'm wiping it off and then going straight in back to back and doing the gel stain for the whitewash. I'm doing that because when you do it back to back, it isn't as harsh. It's like a soft whitewash. It kind of mixes the two stains together, the gel and the super oily liquid one, and it makes its own whitewash, so it's not a harsh whitewash. It's more like a beige wash, and I like that because when I have light wood, I want it to be light wood, and I just want it to have basically not that orange tone the wood comes from Lowe's with. So like even when you get wood from Lowe's, it still has like that orange undertone, and then when you add the special walnut stain, it brings out those orange tones, but it kind of darkens the wood to make it look like you've done something with it and not just hung straight up wood from Lowe's on your fireplace and called it a mantle. I mean, there's people who do that. There's people who like just that and they just stain with like a clear coat to seal it, but that's not the kind of look I'm going for. I'm just looking for a very light whitewashed wood to go throughout my home. I want it bright and white enough to where it doesn't darken the area, but I want it to look like I've done something to it and not just like I've brought it from home from Lowe's and popped it on my fireplace.
Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, cannot close. Baby, got me breathing now, breathing now. Welcome to this one-way ride. We're all on it, got to give it a go. All we got is hope. Don't you know? Wipe the floor of yesterday. You can change it anyway. And you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, cannot close. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Took my head out of the sand. We're all in it, better. Open your eyes, see the open sky. Don't you know? Shake whatever brings you down, all that ties you to the ground. Cause you're never alone, never alone. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't really matter what they do. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now. Doesn't matter where I go, heart still open, cannot close. Let go, baby, let me breathe it now. Let go, breathe it now.
I was looking for a fireplace insert to go into a real fireplace because we don't use our fireplace. And I don't want to go through the hassle of changing a real fireplace out into an electric fireplace. I just feel like that's unnecessary whenever I could just go get a fireplace insert. So I was shopping around on Amazon for a fireplace insert. I'm actually going to get Nanny one of these too because I told her I wanted to try it out first to see if I liked it before I got her one. On camera though, for the last few days, every day that I work at the end of the day, I edit. I was editing and I noticed on my editing software, the picture flashed and I was like, why is it doing that? And I just tried it with my camera and went back to watch it on my camera and it didn't flash. So I don't know if it's flashing going over to the editing software or if it was just the frame rate on my camera is so high because right now I'm shooting in 4K 30p. And I'm wondering if the frame rate was too high for that and it kind of glitched it out. Regardless, this is the fireplace that I got. I'll put it right here. It is a plug-in one, so it comes with the plug. Shane actually, this was a part that took a while. I was talking on Instagram stories about how one part is taking a while. The threading the wires took a little bit because we had to thread the TV wire and we had to thread the wire coming out of the fireplace insert. Shane had to do all of that from the inside of the fireplace. So thankfully our fireplace isn't actually made out of masonry made. It's actually just panels. So we were able to work with that, but we didn't know that going into it. So we could have saved us a lot of heartache if we had known that going into it. So it comes with a cord, but it has a heating element to it. So it can heat up a room. Well, it can heat up a space. I don't know how big of a room it can heat up. I haven't tested it long enough to put my name on it and say that it can heat up a room, but it does have a heating element in it and it is supposed to be able to heat up a space. I'll test it out and let you guys know. I know that from just initially trying it out, you can definitely feel the heat coming off of it when you have the heat mode on. You can turn the heat mode off though too. It has several different options. So it has a pink flame, it has a blue flame, it has a blue and orange flame, which is my personal favorite. It has this one that kind of dies down and simmers. What's it called, Shane? A smolder. Shane likes that one. It's just like the logs look kind of lit up. It has a couple of different options. The heat does sound loud, so whenever you have the heat on and it's running, it is a little bit loud, but it's not anything that's going to like cause you any issues when you're watching TV or if you're reading or something. It's just like a hum. Overall, just out of the box and in the fireplace, I'm really liking it. I picked the smaller one because my fireplace kind of tapers in and it added an angle, so I didn't want to get the big one and it not fit and it had to be like right up against the glass. It looks really good now that I've painted the golden parts black. I have it painted a matte black and it looks really good against the matte black, way better than it did against the gold. The fireplace at the single wide was a part of the house that every single person in my family loved. Like the kiddos, when they talk about the trailer, they always talk about the living room and the fireplace, and they kind of wanted me to emulate, is that the right word? To emulate, copy, whatever. They wanted me to kind of copy that feeling. So I tried to base this fireplace off of a theme that would match the floors. Because if I'm being honest with you, the floors, if they were any different, I would have reverted back to my style at the single wide. I can't do that with the floors that I have now. So I'm having to bring in some of the style from the single wide, which is the style that I love, add some new incorporating colors and styles in with it, and then also give it that coziness that the kiddos really, really wanted in the living room. That was a little bit difficult. And I struggled a while with picking the colors and everything of this then, and I think that's what took so long when doing the makeovers. It took a while because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do, but I knew what I couldn't do. I knew what would clash. I knew what wouldn't look right. So I had to kind of take time and just think about what I want the house to look like. What I got the input of my family, like I always do. What do you guys want the house to look like? What are some things that you would like to see? What is your favorite part when you walk into a room? What is it that you want to feel? And gathering all that information from all of them and then putting sort of my little design brain. I'm not a good designer at all, but I do take joy in designing our home. I took that and paired it with the requests of everybody and then the things that I liked. And I came up with this, and I'm very happy with it. It was a little bit hard to work with the fireplace at a slant, and it did give us a little weird thing with like the shelving, but I can add some greenery there and that won't be a problem. But really, the fireplace insert pulled it all together in a way that I didn't know it was gonna do. I didn't know it was gonna pull it together in that way, and I think it's because it brought the coziness to it. I had the colors, I had the theme, I knew what I was going for, I had put everything together, but it was missing that cozy factor, and the fireplace insert gave it that. We've got some finishing touches to do with some paint and some caulk, and then we'll be done. Shane is caulking, but we're actually going to finish up caulking in the morning because it is getting super late. And it's icing outside. Listen to this. Hold on. That is straight up ice. It's bouncing. And here we go.
I couldn't help myself. I had to go because I was afraid.
Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning. If not, whatever it is, wherever you're at, know that I love you. But Jesus loves you more. I'll see y'all later.